old grief and woe to live 19 years and to remember no person ever to have been kind. But what is it, do you think, at the end of 19 years, to come at last upon one who is wonderfully, beautifully kind? Those persons who have had someone always to be kind to them can never remotely imagine how this feels. Sometimes, in these spring days when I walk miles down into the country to the little wet gulch of the sweet flags, I wonder why it is that this thing does not make me happy. She is wonderfully, beautifully kind, I say to myself, and she is the anemone lady. She is wondrously kind, and though she's gone, nothing can ever change that. But I am not happy. Oh, my one friend, what is the matter with me? What is this feeling? Why am I not happy? But how can you know? You are beautiful. I am a small, vile creature. Always I wake to this fact when I think of the anemone lady. I am not good, but you are kind to me. You are kind to me. You are kind to me. You have written me 2 letters. The anemone lady came down from her high places and wrote me 2 letters. It is said that God is somewhere. It may be so. But God has never come down from his high places to write me 2 letters. Dear, do you see? You are the only one in the world. Mary MacLane. April 12th. Oh, the dreariness, the nothingness, day after day, week after week. It is dull and gray and weary. It is dull, dull, dull. No one loves me the least in the world. My life is dreary, he cometh not. I am unhappy, unhappy. It rains, the blue sky is weeping, but it is not weeping because I am unhappy. I hate the blue sky and the rain and the wet ground and everything. This morning I walked far away over the sand, and these things made me think they loved me and that I loved them, but they fooled me. Everything fools me. I am a fool. No one loves me. There are people here, but no one loves me. No one understands. No one cares. It is I and the barrenness. It is I, young and all alone. Pitiful heaven! But no, heaven is not pitiful. Heaven also has fooled me more than once. There is something for everyone that I have ever known, some tender thing. But what is there for me? What have I to remember out of the long years? The blue sky is weeping, but not for me. The rain is persistent and heavy as damnation. It falls on my mind and it maddens my mind. It falls on my soul and it hurts my soul. Everything hurts my soul. It falls on my heart and it warps the wood in my heart. Of womankind in 19 years, a philosopher of the peripatetic school, a thief, a genius, a liar, and a fool, and unhappy and filled with anguish and hopeless despair, what is my life? Oh, what is there for me? There has always been nothing. There will always be nothing. There was a miserable, damnable, wretched, lonely childhood. Itself has passed, but the pain of it has not passed. The pain of it is with me and is added to the pain of now. It is pain that never lets itself be forgotten. The pain of the childhood was the pain of nothing. The pain of now is the pain of nothing. Oh, the pathetic, burlesque tragedy of nothing! It is burlesque, but it is none the less tragedy. It is tragedy that eats its way inward. It is only I in the sand and barrenness. I have never a tender thing in my life. The sand and barrenness has never a grass blade. I want a human being to love me. I have need of it. I am starving to death for lack of it. Bitterest salt tears surge upward. Sobs are shaking themselves out from the depths. Oh, the salt is bitter. I might lay me down and weep all day and all night, and the salt would grow more and more bitter. But life in its nothingness is more bitter still. It is a burlesque tragedy that is the most tragic of all. It is an inward dying that never ends. It is the bitterness of death added to the bitterness of life. What hell is there like that of one weak little human being placed on the earth and left alone? There are people who live and enjoy, but my soul and I, we find life too bitter and too heavy to carry alone, too bitter and too heavy. Oh, that I and my soul might perish at this moment forever. April 13th. I am sitting writing out on my sand and barrenness. The sky is pale and faded now in the west, but a few minutes ago there was the same old-time, always-new miracle of roses and gold, and glints and gleams of silver and green, and a river in vermilions and purples. And lastly the dear, the beautiful, the red, red line. There also are heavy black shadows. I have given my heart into the keeping of this. And still, as always, I look at it, and feel it all with thrilling passion, and await the devil's coming. L'Envoi, October 28th, 1901. And so there you have my portrayal. It is the record of 3 months of nothingness. Those 3 months are very like the 3 months that preceded them, to be sure, and the 3 months that followed them, and like all the months that have come and gone with me since time was. There is never anything different. Nothing ever happens. Now I will send my portrayal into the wide world. It may stop short at the publisher, or it may fall stillborn from the press, or it may go farther indeed and be its own undoing. That's as may be. I will send it. What else is there for me if not this book? And oh, that someone may understand it. I am not good. I am not virtuous. I am not sympathetic. I am not generous. I am merely and above all a creature of intense, passionate feeling. I feel everything. It is my genius. It burns me like fire. My portrayal, in its analysis and egotism and bitterness, will surely be of interest to some, whether to that one alone who may understand it, or to some who have themselves been left alone, or to those 3 whom I, on 3 dreary days, asked for bread, and who each gave me a stone, and whom I do not forgive, for that is the bitterest thing of all. It may be to all of these. But none of them, nor any one, can know the feeling made of relief and pain and despair that comes over me at the thought of sending all this to the wide world. It is bits of my wooden heart broken off and given away. It is strings of amber beads taken from the fair neck of my soul. It is shining little gold coins from out of my mind's red leather purse. It is my little old life tragedy. It means everything to me. Do you see? It means everything to me. It will amuse you. It will arouse your interest. It will stir your curiosity. Some sorts of persons will find it ridiculous. It will puzzle you. But am I to suppose that it will also awaken compassion in cool, indifferent hearts? And will the sand and barrenness look so unspeakably gray and dreary to coldly critical eyes as to mine? And shall my bitter little story fall easily and comfortably upon undisturbed ears, and linger for an hour and be forgotten? Will the wide world itself give me in my outstretched hand a stone? End of Part 16. An End of the Story of Mary MacLane by Mary MacLane.